Happy Thursday, everybody. Hope you're doing absolutely amazing. Listening to a little Darwin Hobbs today. It's kind of like one of those days as you all come on in. Keisha Sharp Jefferson, welcoming you on in on this Thursday morning. A rainy Thursday morning at that. Give you a few minutes to come on in. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everyone is doing well. We're going to talk about how to rock your platform, how to monetize your gift in any arena, really, using some of the free marketing tools that are out there. If you're on and you have an opportunity, I would ask so kindly that you would share out the video this morning. Share out the video. Just take a moment and hit that doggone share button. May not be information that you can use, but it's possible that somebody else will be able to use the information as well. So if you would be so kind to share out our video, we certainly appreciate it. How are you doing today? See, we have a couple of folks on this morning. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I pray that you are well. Listening to Darwin Hobbs. We worship you today. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. He is a prolific worshiper. Some great music if you want to listen to him. Good morning, good morning. Come on in, come on in. So glad to see you all today. This is the day the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. I am Keisha Sharp Jefferson, life change strategist, media veteran and trainer. So I want to say thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. I'm going to get started in just a few minutes, give folks a little time because I recognize people may be at work, et cetera, saying we worship you today, God. We're grateful for you and we're thankful for you. See, we have a couple of folks on. Thank you so much for coming on this morning. How are you feeling today? How are you doing today? Is everybody doing okay? Just give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. I honestly want to know how you're doing today. You know, I'm listening to some worship music and sitting here looking out of my window in my office, and I'm very pensive. We're going to talk about Rocket and how to rock your speaker platform and how to rock your teacher platform and all of that stuff coming up in just a few minutes. And how to monetize your gift. I want to give you some free tips and free ways to monetize your gift over these next couple of days. But, you know, I would be remiss if I didn't mention, what's happening across our country right now. I think people are disappointed by what they have seen with the Breonna Taylor verdict. And I continue to send my condolences to her family. I continue to be amazed at the lack of justice and the lack of fortitude when it comes to holding certain people accountable related to crimes that are committed against members of the African American community. And I don't have the words right now, but I think that there is a general somber feeling. But you know, your feelings don't get you anywhere. You have to have action, and you have to have calculated action, thoughtful action. And the thing that helps me to think through this and helps me to kind of hold my head up is the simple fact that, you know, we think that, you know, we can get away with certain things, but at some point in our lives, because this life will end, you understand? At some point, we're going to be able to meet the judge, the ultimate judge. Every person will, whether they know it or not, whether they take that into account or not. So that's the thing that I have to hang my hat on. You know, I refuse to stay in a space of anger, refuse to stay in that space, but it still is disappointing. I'm seeing Sandra Yvonne on here, and Yvonne is saying, yeah, not feeling so great, huh? I'm kind of feeling that. I'm kind of feeling that a lot of people are just disappointed, especially after that verdict with Breonna Taylor and the people whom she was killed by. And there you go. But God, Sandra, but God. So I would be remiss again to not mention that. I have to mention that. But I just want to say, and for those of you who are feeling a little bombed out about that, their justice will come. I just, if I can say anything just about that before I move on to talk about the training and free ways to monetize your gift, justice will come. Justice will come, regardless of whether we see it in our lifetime, regardless of whether we see it tomorrow. And we have to be thinking as a community about what we can do to hold those accountable long term. We have to be thinking about that right now. What can we do, or what needs to happen to hold those accountable long term? But if I don't tell you, and if you don't remember anything else about it, if you don't hear me say anything else about it, just understand clearly what I'm saying regarding Breonna Taylor, regarding George Floyd, regarding Trayvon Martin, regarding every person who was killed at the hands of people or law enforcement unjustly. Justice will come. Mark those words, okay? So if I can share that with you to be encouraged, and we're going to move on. I'm going to shift the energy of it. I felt it was my obligation. I felt it was right for me to mention that. I felt it needed to be mentioned. I don't think you, with something as pressing as what's happening in our society today, I think that you have to mention, and I think I would be remiss to not mention, because I know people are hurting right now. You've got athletes who are commenting on it. You've got, ministers and pastors who have been marching, to make sure that justice is served. And so when something like that is handed down, it can be disappointing and it can feel deflating. But I will say again, just as you said, Sandra Yvonne Hill Ward, but God. We can't take the God element out of it. I think the disappointment comes with us as people because we look to people to try to bring justice, and we look to people to do the right thing. Well, God never told us to place our confidence in people. Never. But if you don't hear me say anything else about it, justice will come. I know. Justice will come for every person who was unjustly killed, because we have a judge who is not of this world. And it would be amazing to think that we all could stay in this world forever and just not have to deal. That is not the case. So if there's anything that comforts you, it's what our ancestors knew. It's what those who died during the civil rights movement knew. It's what those who fought for voting rights knew. Justice will come. Anyway, I'm going to get off of that soapbox today, and we're going to shift to rocket.keisasharp.com, ROCKIT. Listen, I made a promise to you this week that I was going to put some information into your hands. And why don't I slide on my glasses this morning and stop trying to be cute and act like I do not need them. But I made a promise to you this week that I would put some information in your hands, which would allow you to see how to monetize your gift. And here we go. Sandra saying, yes, God's vengeance is sufficient, and God's vengeance is thorough. So I don't know if people forget. I don't know if people think that they're created in and of themselves, or even if they're the breath that they're taking, if that comes from them. I'm not sure, but I'm fully aware, and I fully have a healthy fear of the Lord. And I do understand that it is by him that we live, breathe, move, and have our being. And I don't care if we don't see it even right now. Justice will come. Mark my words on that. Mark my words on that. In fact, I'm going to post that on my page. Justice will come. Not maybe, not possibly. It will come. Okay? Shifting back now to the reason that we're here today. Coming up in just, count them. Let's see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days, we're going to have a training, okay? And listen, I had a conversation, and I believe that God put this on my heart to be able to help people, because I believe that there are some people who are still struggling owning their platform, still struggling going live on social media, still struggling standing up and asking for those teaching and speaking engagements. You know that you know that you know that you have a gift. You know that you know that you know that you should be more out front and center. You know that. You know that you should be standing up. But because of a couple of reasons, either fear or insecurity or lack of knowledge pertaining to tools, you have sort of backed away and said, well, I can't do that right now. Okay, I can't do that. I know that I could be a motivator impacting people across the world. I could go on Facebook and, in fact, I had this thought to go on Facebook and I had this thought to shoot some videos, but I don't know how to do that. So I'm just going to kind of back up. And what you're doing is you're bottling and you're keeping your gift inside. And I'm asking you to take the lid off. I'm asking you to unravel the gift that is you. And I'm asking you to stand front and center. And I'm asking you to share your gift with the world. Rocket.keisasharp.com, rockit.keisasharp.com. Yesterday, I shared with the audience, if you want to know or understand the power of social platforms and the power of standing front and center in your gift, I shared with the fact that there are the top 3 money earners this year to date on YouTube are all under the age of 20. The top earner, Ryan, I forget his name, but his channel is Ryan's World. He's 8 years old. The second top earners is a group, forget their names as well, but who cares right now? They're making over 20 million and they're 5 high school friends. And they've banded together and they're teaching you. Ryan is teaching other children about different games and different toys that he's playing with. The number 2 earners on YouTube, they're a group and they do all kinds of sports and activities, et cetera, et cetera. That's what their channel is mainly about, okay? Sporting activities, it's action-packed. The number 3 top earner on YouTube is a little girl. I think she's 8 years old. Nastia, I think is her name, Nastya. She's earning over $20 million under the age of 8 years old. Top 3 earners under the age of 20 years old. They're going ahead. They're going on YouTube. That's one of the channels that I share that you can make money. Once you get to a certain number of viewers, YouTube doesn't care if you're Beyonce or they don't care if you're, being a crack. They don't care what your name is. They really don't care what you do, as long as you're getting some viewers on there. And I mean, I'm talking about within reason. I mean, give me a break. I'm not talking about, pornography per se on YouTube. I'm saying doing something fair, reasonable, honest, full of integrity, okay? Whether you're baking cakes or whether you're teaching people how to write a book or whether you're providing motivational speaking like I do, YouTube is an opportunity for you to make money. Well, how do you do that? How do you get up and running on YouTube? Rocket.keisasharp.com. I'm trying to put my hand on the screen. Rocket.keisasharp.com. ROCKIT.keisasharp.com. Well, Keisa, I don't know how to start a YouTube channel. I don't know how to begin. I don't know how to go and shoot videos. I don't know how to set up. That's where I can help you. Rocket, ROCKIT.keisasharp.com, $59.99. You have an opportunity. It happens 3 days from now, Sunday, September 27th. You can sit down. You can ask me the questions that you want. I can show you the tools you need to get up and running. And on Sunday, you'll have the information in hand for you to go ahead and start your channel. Okay? But that's not the only way for you to make money. No, I told you I was going to give you some ways to make money, maximize your exposure and monetize your gift. Well, you may say, and I just sense this right now. Okay, some of you may be saying, I don't want to maximize my gift. I don't have to be out in front like that. I don't have to do whatever. Well, my question to you is, if it is a gift that you've been given to teach people how to start a business, to teach people how to be encouraged or handle challenging times, that gift is not for you. That gift is to be shared with the world. I'm an author, I'm a motivational speaker. I would rather not sometimes come on up this platform and say, hey, I'm offering this training, but I have a gift. So why would I hold that gift inside and not teach people how to stand up, not empower people to go and to spread their wings and to walk in their gift? That is my service. That's my service to humanity. That's my duty to humanity, to give people the tools to do what they need to do to stand front and center. I have been a broadcast news anchor. Okay. I worked as a broadcast news anchor for about 10 years. After that, I went to become a national crisis spokesperson for the American Red Cross. We were based out of Birmingham, but trust me when I tell you, I traveled all over the country: Boston, Washington, D.C., Portland, Oregon, working with media entities and media outlets on behalf of the American Red Cross. From there, I was hired as a spokesperson for an Alabama utility, Alabama Power. Worked there for 12 years talking to members of the media, mainly local, but also members of the national media too at times, developing strategy, talking through times of crisis, particularly during power outages, particularly during storms. I can show you how to not only connect with your audience, but also how to build a platform in order to communicate with a mass group of people. And you may say, Kisa, that's your gifting, that's your talent. It is. I believe that sometimes God just gives us, not sometimes, God gives us talents when we come to this earth. God just says, okay, before you're released into the earth, okay, this is what your gifting is. That was in me when I was born, when I was created, okay? It was in me to be a professional communicator, okay? But some of you are teachers. It's your gift to be God. When you were born, when you were just a little baby in your crib and cooing and eyeing and crying, you were a teacher. Some of you are designers. When you were walking at 1 and 2 years old, playing with your brothers and sisters and your cousins and your friends, you were a designer. God already placed that in you when you came to this earth. So I don't say that I'm a professional communicator and a news anchor braggadociously. No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I believe it's one of the things that God just said, boom, that's your gift. Now go and share that gift with the world. I'm going to let you grow up, going to let you do. Because even think about Jesus. Jesus was a carpenter, but his job, his purpose was to save the world. So he used his hands and he had a natural gift of being a carpenter, but he came to this earth, but he grew up as a baby, was cared for by Mary and Joseph. But guess what? As he grew up, he then understood who he was by reading the scriptures. And he understood that he was the Messiah sent to save the world. God sends us to the earth with a gift and a talent. I know I'm not talking to everybody with this. I know I'm not. But God has sent you to the earth with a gift and a talent. And that gift and talent is reliant on you connecting with other people. Okay. It's reliant upon you sharing your message, sharing your gift, sharing your platform with a mass number of people. So I'm looking for the people who are willing to come in and say, you know what? I've had enough of sitting on the sidelines. Again, I know that this is not for everybody. This training isn't for everybody. But if you know that you have been in fear, that you've sat on the sidelines, that you are supposed to have a message and connect to an audience to a mass degree. Who am I talking to? I have someone who's already signed up who's a real estate agent. I have someone else who's signed up who's a real estate investor. I have a friend who's signing up who is a salesperson. Who else am I talking to? Business owners. I'm talking to business owners. I'm talking to ministers, those with ministries. I'm talking to those who are motivational speakers and who need to understand, okay, you're not getting the speaking engagements right now, okay? You're not getting those opportunities. However, you understand that, you know what? There is an opportunity right now to communicate with more people through the tools that God has created. There's an opportunity. I don't necessarily, there's an opportunity. I'll just say that. You don't have to be limited by the effects of COVID right now. No. You have a greater opportunity. I'm talking to the teachers, to those of you who have a gift of just teaching people how to, whatever that is. And I see some people, listen, I have a Sabrina who's watching. I have Deborah Hardy who's watching. Hey, y'all, I am, StreamYard is not very nice about showing me how to see people, but I can see you all on my phone. So I've looked at my phone or whatever. So if you know that you have a gift and you say, you know what? Well, that's not me. No problem. But if you know someone who could benefit from the training, I'm going to show you how to get up and running. And I was explaining to a young lady last night, I am a life coach, a life change strategist. And I was sharing with a fellow coach, we were in a certification course, and I was sharing with her last night, I have this gifting, and I've just determined I'm going to make my gifting available to other people. But listen, again, I'm okay knowing that this may not be for everybody. It may not be. But you know what? If it's not for you, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. But I know that it's for someone. I hear too many people say, I'm afraid. I know I'm supposed to be doing, et cetera, but I'm afraid. I know I'm supposed to be doing this, but I just haven't started yet. Well, I'm calling you out. Praise God. Love you. But I'm calling you out and I'm asking you to let's go. Let's move forward. Rocket.KeishaSharp.com. Rocket.KeishaSharp.com. ROCKIT, because I'm going to show you how to rock your platform. I had to do it. And I've said this, I feel like I've said this so many times, a multitude of times. I was afraid to stand. I'm talking about a 25-year communications professional. I dealt with fear sitting here in front of those in Facebook land. I dealt with fear. I was apprehensive about starting a YouTube channel. Like, oh my gosh, like why would I do that? Duh. Why would you not do it? I was apprehensive about what people thought and, how it would look, and don't know everything to do. Sometimes you have to start even before you get all the instructions. If you know you're supposed to start, you do it. And the instruction, the wisdom, the favor, the grace will come. Rocket, ROCKIT.KeishaSharp.com. Now, let me give you the nugget. The nugget is, I wanted to show you for different ways that you can begin maximizing your gift. I don't care if you are a hairstylist. I don't care if you own a hair salon. Your ultimate goal may not be to continue working in a hair salon for the rest of your life. I know and have friends who have owned hair salons and who started off as hairstylists, but they said, you know what? My vision is a little bit bigger than this. So, okay, tell you what, I'm going to start here as a hairstylist, but I'm not going to stay here. I want other people to run the salon. There are other things that I need to do to maximize my gift. I don't want to just stay on my feet all day styling hair. Hey, there's some people who style hair and they absolutely love it. That's what they're supposed to do. But there are others who say, I want to diversify my gifts and I want to do other things. And I know I know hairstylists who've gone on to become amazing speakers. Because we all know that these hair salons are nothing but therapy sessions anyway, right? We know when we go to the salon, we tell our hairstylists everything, right? If they wanted to ruin us, they really could. Tip number 2. Yesterday, I told you, start a YouTube channel. Absolutely free, costs you nothing but your time, okay? And effort and energy and creativity. Tip number 2. Why don't you begin asking for speaking engagements? If you want to maximize your exposure, I advertise as a speaker. Nobody's asked me to be a speaker. Okay, let me help you out. Why don't you ask? Let me help you out. Instead of you waiting for someone to ask you to come speak, why don't you ask them? Why don't you ask them? Why don't you ask for the opportunity? It's a tool to command money. Well, Keisha, once I speak, what if it's not a paid speaking engagement? Rocket.KeishaSharp.com, ROCKIT.KeishaSharp.com. I'm going to show you how to stand front and center and how to rock out, how to dominate your teacher, speaker, and live platforms. You say, what if it's a great speaking gig, offers no pay? Should you take it? Great question. I'll show you. I'll show you what you need to do. Should you take it? Because you're thinking, well, I'm not getting paid for it. But I want to ask you a question, and I want you to think about this. Do you believe that everything should be based on money? Do you believe that everything should be based on money? Sandra says, thank you so much for your feedback, Sandra. Sandra says, I have a channel and I need to use it more. I think we all do. Let me just say, it's an opportunity for you, Sandra. It's an opportunity. YouTube doesn't care if what you do. As long as you get the views, YouTube says, we will pay you. All you have to do is do a little bit of research. I'm going to give you some keys on how to increase your following. But there is a principle of just getting out there and getting started. So kudos to you for getting out there and getting started. But sometimes I do understand too, we start these platforms, I'm there with you. Sometimes we have these platforms and we may not know everything to do. So that's what we're going to talk about. And I have been sharing, and I'll share it again. I'm an idea base. So while you have me on Sunday, Sandra, I would love for you to sign up for Sunday. And if you can't, even if you can't make it, you have access to the video. Once we finish, I'm going to make the video available online, but the price is going to go up beyond $59.99. Right now, it's $59.99. So if you can't show up that Sunday, you would at least have access to the replay. It's going to automatically be sent to you. And the thing about me is, you can ask me for ideas if you're able to show up even better there and pick my brain, because I am an idea resource. Hey, India, you're welcome. India Cunningham Allen, you are so welcome. Listen, I want you all to get paid. Listen, and as we see in 2020 has been a year, the year of the turnaround and the year of change. And, if we're depending on our reliable channels and our old channels, if we're just depending on going to work every day, if we're just depending on making money out of our 9 to 5, we're going to be in trouble. Oh, we're going to be in trouble. And it's a principle that the wealthy understand quite well. They're not limited by just a 9 to 5. They're looking, how many opportunities and what different places can I go to invest? What different places can I go in order to maximize my return on investment? And I'm telling you all, India, I would love for you to sign up. Sandra, I would love for you to sign up. $59.99, and consider it an investment. Not that you're having to, because when we think in terms of spending, we think, oh, I'm losing that and I lose that money. Think of it in terms of investment. Because my whole point that night will be to get you information and get you up and running and get you some money-making ideas in your hand. And I have no problem. I'm intentionally holding the class a little bit smaller so I can talk with you, work with you, and help you work this thing and get you some ideas on what you need to do. And I'm able to do that one-on-one kind of laser coaching with you that I wouldn't have an opportunity, say, if I opened it up to 500 people. Or 100 people even. You don't get that one-on-one. So if you're on the fence, jump. If you're on the fence, invest. Because it is the gift that will keep on giving. You'll have ideas. You're able to ask me. I'm going to reserve time during this class. It'll start at 6 p.m. Sunday, September 27th. And let me add that here as well. But it'll start at 6 p.m. Okay? And we will go until 9 p.m. Okay, but we can go longer if we need to, because I am giving myself to you as a resource, because I want you to get paid in 2020. I don't, some people say they want to throw away the year. Yeah, I'll let them go ahead and throw away the year. I'm not throwing away 2020, because 2020 has opened up opportunity, and in opening up opportunity, there are opportunities to be paid in different ways. All you have to do is peel back your brain and open your eyes, and you'll see the opportunities that are before you. So I'm giving you an opportunity to join me. I'm giving you an opportunity to come on board. Let's see, I see some of you commenting on here. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. I saw my girl Lisa was on here as well. Sandra on here. Deborah on here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Rocket.KeishaSharp.com, Sunday, September 27th at 6 p.m. and as I mentioned to you, I act on things. And let me tell you, I can give you the tools all day and night, okay? My promise to you is by the time you finish this training, you'll have the tools that you need to get up and running and to start that YouTube channel. And to secondly, what's my second tip? My second tip is to ask for speaking engagements. That's a way that you're able to monetize your gift. Certainly, if they are paid speaking engagements, that's a no-brainer. But if they are not paid speaking engagements, what can you do? rocket.keisasharp.com. I'm going to tell you, rockit.keisasharp.com. Maximize your exposure. Monetize your gift. If you know that I know that I'm talking to you, I want you to sign up. And remember, to date, 2 ideas to put money into your pocket if you have a platform. Number 1, start a YouTube channel. You will get paid, but you have to get a certain number of views. You have to get a certain number of views on that channel before they begin paying you. Number 2, ask for speaking engagements. If you have a platform as a teacher, as a speaker, as a minister, as a business owner, take the speaking engagements. And if they're not available, if people aren't asking you, ask them. Ask them. Me and a young lady were talking last night, and again, I'm in a coaching certification class, and we were talking and we were saying, well, the people aren't coming doing so and so, and it just like hit me like, well, why are we waiting for people anyway to come to us? We should be. Sometimes you have to go, and if you know that you have a gift, you have to go to people sometimes and ask and say, listen, hey, I'm here. Hey, who was it? Sylvester Stallone with Rocky. He had this concept for Rocky that we all love and adore. And how many versions and how many series of Rocky that we have enjoyed over the years, and we still sit here and enjoy it. Well, when I found out the backstory to Rocky, that series, I was blown away. That series came from the brain of the star of the show, Rocky himself. He had an idea and he just kept going to the producers. He wouldn't be denied. He said, hey, I have this idea. I have this idea. I want you to take a look at this idea. I have this idea. We are enjoying Rocky all of this time because Sylvester Stallone had the idea and he would not be denied. Like I said, I can give you the tools. I can give you the tools to start the channel. I can give you the tools to get your speaking engagements. But here's what I can't do. I can't give you the wherewithal to go ahead and just do it. I can't make you make the phone call. I can't make you go onto YouTube and set up your account. But here's what I can say. When you finish the class, it'll be on you at that point. If you need the motivation, I'll give it to you. I'm an award-winning cheerleader. No lie. 9th grade, Floyd Junior High, Montgomery, Alabama. Went to Orlando, Florida. We won the national championship, and I have the ring to prove it. My mother took the ring from me. She has it now. But I'll go and get the ring and show it to you and ask her to find the ring, or I'll reorder one. God bless. Floyd Junior High out of Montgomery, Alabama, award-winning cheerleader. So I'm going to cheer you along the way. I'm gonna cheer you along the way. If motivation is what you need, I got you. I got you. And listen, I'm not here begging you, saying, look, I need you to do so and so. No. I'm not begging. I'm giving you an opportunity. And I understand sometimes that we need information. And by the way, do you have any questions for me before I get off? Do you have any questions about the training? Do you have any questions about any of this that I'm saying? Because I'm putting it out here because I believe in it. I couldn't do it if I didn't believe in it. I want y'all to get paid for what you're doing. And I don't want you to have your fate. God has blessed me to be able to be an entrepreneur and to use my giftings to move forward and to not necessarily be dependent on a standard 8-to-5 job, to be an entrepreneur. As an entrepreneur, you take all the risk upon your shoulders as it relates to employment, okay? And as it relates to a job. You take all the risk on your shoulder as an entrepreneur. I remember telling my husband a year ago, 6 months ago, failure is not an option for me. I've been trained. I've spent years as an entrepreneur. I've been motivating people for 3 or 4 years on Facebook. I have 2 businesses. I make shea butter with one. AllSheaNaturals.com is one business in which I make luxury body butters. As soon as I finish motivating you all this morning, I will get off the line and I will go in the kitchen and I will finish some orders so I can get some orders out today so we can deliver some orders. I suffered an injury, so I've been a little bit behind on that. I had to kind of stay off of my feet, but bless God, I'm healing. So we move right on. India, thank you for sharing that with me. India Cunningham Allen says this message is right on time. But my job right now is to get you paid, and I believe in it. I couldn't stand up here and sit up here if I didn't believe in what I'm offering. I believe in what I'm offering. I believe in the gift that I have. I believe in my heart that I'm called to help people. So that's why I'm offering you the training. That's it. It's not for everybody. So I'm about to get off. I'm going to just give you, and if all this is for you, is for me to give you the information and give you some ways to get paid, then I want you to take it. That's my heart. You understand? But there are people who I'm speaking to, and you know that you know, India, if I'm speaking to you, I want you to sign up. I want you to take a risk, because I'm going to give you more than what you pay for. And again, I don't want you to even look at it as a payment. I want you to look at it as an investment, investing in this course. Because guess what? You're not just investing in the course, and you're not just investing in my business. Okay? Because if you look at everything I'm doing, I'm teaching you everything. I could offer a free masterclass. Okay? But also I understand a principle of business. People value more what they invest in, number one. And number two, as a business owner, I need to set up something in place to show people that I'm serious about my business. When you attach a price to whatever you're doing, when you attach a price to it, and by the way, that's $59.99. I'm going to go back here and pull it up on another channel. That's right. That's Sunday, September 27th at 6 p.m. That's 3 days away. When you attach a price to it, what you're saying to the world, and this is another tip that I'm giving you. This is a freebie. If you're in business, if you're a speaker, okay, if you are a teacher, if you are a minister, you have a ministry, and you believe you're called to motivate people, or you are an empowerment speaker, when you attach a price to your gifting, you announce to the world that not only do I believe in my gift, but I believe that I have something to offer, and I believe that you will benefit by investing in it. So that's another business tip. Some of you are giving away some things for free. And that's okay. And you should give away some things for free. I'm the giver. I love to give. But in business, it comes a place where you have to set some things in place. Why am I mentioning these things? I'm mentioning YouTube because you can end up getting paid for YouTube. You know, some people are going on, and they're going on some of these platforms, and on these particular platforms, you'll never get paid. Some of these platforms, you'll never get paid. Okay. It could pay you indirectly, because you could get your message out. Let's say you're going on live on whatever, or you know, let's say you're going live on Facebook. Well, Facebook is not going to pay you a paycheck to go on live. Okay. I'm using StreamYard. StreamYard is not going to pay me to go on live. However, indirectly, by people seeing my product, by people being exposed to my course, and me giving people instructions on how to sign up, that is the way that it pays you. India, you are giving me life this morning. You are giving me life. She says, you are calling me out. Please know I'm doing so with love. You are making my morning, India. That is just making my morning. Because, you know, I'm laughing, but it's pleasantry. I hope that you hear with it, because I love that. I love that, because you're saying, look, you're talking to me. Honey, I've been there. Honey, I've been there. And the only reason I've been able to advance to a certain degree, let me tell you something. And I said I was going to get off, but I'm going to get off with this tip. I'm going to get off with this, really. See, the Lord knows what we need when we need it. He knew that I needed to share this message because he knows that it's pricking your heart. And the truth is not about even being offended. The truth is about calling us to our higher self, okay? Any situation that you're in, it's about calling you to your higher self. And sometimes it can appear abrasive when someone is saying whatever to you. Well, you're calling me out. Oh my God, you're talking to me, you know, because I haven't acted the way I needed to. So you're telling me, and oh my gosh, I know I haven't done what I needed to do. Well, what it's doing is it's giving you an opportunity to shift to a higher vibration. Listen, I have been in a situation where I've been an entrepreneur full time. The Lord knew and placed this opportunity. He beckoned for me to do it, and I fought it a little bit. But the opportunity didn't come unless he knew I was ready. In other words, the opportunity came for me to be a full-time entrepreneur because he knows I'm ready. So the reason that I'm calling you out, or that it appears that I'm calling you out, India, is because you're ready. You're ready to make the change. And I mean, even, I want you to even look at adversity. I'm dealing with some things in my life right now and dealing with some challenges because I've made a decision. I've made a decision. You all think I'm on here with StreamYard and asking you all to sign up for the course. Honey, hush. I have an investment mindset and I'm venturing out into some other arenas, okay? Venturing out into some other arenas. And just as I've made a decision to venture out into that arena, I found there's so many challenges. Sometimes the challenges are internal. With this platform, my challenge. Hey, Juan Leah. Hey, darling. That's my accountability partner, my certification class. So, hey, sweetheart. Thank you so much for watching. God knows that when you are getting ready to step into a new arena, there is something that comes, whether it's a challenge, whether it's a call to action, whether it's an obstacle or an opportunity. And sometimes it can appear to be an unfavorable opportunity. But what it's doing, it's calling you to your higher self. So I'm calling you to your higher self, India. There's greater that's on the inside of you. And you know it. There's more that's on the inside of you. So it's an opportunity that you're being given. So I will follow up with you. Okay, you say here that I know that I have several gifts and it can be quite overwhelming. I will be reaching out to you regarding life coaching sessions. This is a nudge that I needed. India, I would love to speak to you. In fact, I offer a free discovery call. And so all you have to do, I'm going to reach out to you. I'm going to give you the link to sign up and let's do the free discovery call. After that, if you like what you hear, let's you and I work together. Yeah, let's you and I work together. I'll share exactly what investment that you will need to make to work with me. But that first call is on me. Okay? I'm going to send you the link to sign up. I'll send it in your inbox. And I tend to think that I want you to sign up for this course. But I'll tell you about that offline anyway. Juan Leah, right. I'm on here talking about this course, but it's about more than the course for me. So like I said, ladies and gentlemen, here's an opportunity, giving of myself for you to be able to invest Sunday, September 27th at 6 p.m. rocket.keisasharp.com, rockit.keisa, KEISASHARPE.com, rocket.keisasharp.com. Okay. Sunday, 3 days away. When it closes, it closes. Keeping the class small so I can minister to you and show you how to get up, get out, and run. I'm telling you, this is a season that we've got to do something different. So with that said, I've been on about 43 minutes. I always come on here, y'all, and say, oh, I'm only going to go about 15 minutes. Oh, I'm only going to go about 15 minutes. And I always end up going longer than the 15 minutes because I feel like it's an opportunity for ministry as well. It's not just about me trying to get something. I want to give you all something as well. And sometimes, y'all, we just need encouragement. And that's what I'm here for. I literally about a month ago told the Lord, use this voice, use this mouth to glorify you in any way possible. And that's what I'm going to do. If I can say a word that can get you moving, if there's something that you can see me do, I share freely because I want you to be encouraged and inspired to be all that God has created you to be. In the meantime, y'all, I'm excited. I'm fired up. Come on, y'all. Let's get ready to go. Let's get ready to rock it. Sunday, September 27th at 6 p.m. rockit.keisasharp.com. I want you to sign up. If not you, share the link with a friend. Tell a friend about it. Purchase it for a friend. What you make happen for another person, when you invest into my business, when you invest into other people's business, people invest in you. Have an amazing morning. Mwah. Sending much love your way, much peace. And although we've got some things going on in the world, listen, God is not moved and God is not coming down off of his throne because you know what? He is still good And all God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. I love you all, and I'm back tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock with another tip on how you can maximize your exposure and monetize your gift. I'm Keisha Sharp Jefferson, the life change strategist, aka Coach K, signing off. Have an amazing day. I absolutely love y'all.